always, let's start our day off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America,
And to the republic,
for which it stands,
one nation,
Under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Today is Friday, February 2nd, and I'm here to bring you the latest updates and upcoming events in the edition of Harupa Middle School's morning announcements. I'm Alexis. First up, let's talk about lunch. Today's menu includes pepperoni and fresh vegetable topped pizza slices or a fresh green salad with ranch dressing. You can also enjoy some fresh nectarines and apples, so make sure to fuel up during lunchtime. Oh, and don't forget to clean up after yourselves. Remember, our custodians are here to help us keep clean. They're not here to do it for us. How are your grades? Have you ever noticed that things might start out nice and easy? You might miss an assignment here or there, but your grades don't suffer too much. But then you look at Student Connect and you see that you have a bunch of missing assignments, and suddenly you have Fs in more than one class. You get in trouble with your parents and your teachers, you end up staying late trying to catch up, and you may even get grounded. Well, you should save yourself from all that trouble. This will be a good weekend to get caught up on all those missing assignments. Spend a little time tonight and tomorrow and Sunday to do all your work. The end of the fourth grading period is right around the corner, and you can save yourself some hassle just by getting caught up in all of your classes. But wait! Progress reports will be here before you know it. Do you ever like to travel? Have you ever dreamed of seeing the world? If this sounds like fun to you, then you should sign up for one of Mr. Hackamaki's incredible trips that he takes with the students every year. During spring break of 2024, which is coming up so fast, by the way, he is going to visit Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. He has been on many trips with a whole bunch of students, and he tells us that it's a really cool experience for the kids that go on with him. Or maybe you want to do something bigger. Sign up to go to Portugal and Spain during spring break 2025. Mr. Hakamaki has been to Spain and has even taken his students there and before and says that they had the time of their lives. From visiting the beach to wandering down Los Rambles in Barcelona, Mr. Hakamaki says there is nothing quite like it. Want to learn more? See Mr. Hakamaki today and he'll tell you about how you can be a part of his amazing trips. Are you coming to school every day? You should be. It is very important for all of you to be here at school every day. When you miss school, you miss important instructions and assignments from your teachers, and you're all still responsible to do the work anyways. Now we know it's hard to get out of bed every morning to make your way to school every day, especially when you have a big project that you don't want to do, but it's really important. And of course, if you're sick, we want you to stay home and get better, but only when you're really sick. Have a headache or tummy ache, you should really be here anyways. Come to school every day and make sure you're on time to all of your classes. February is Black History Month and a good time to reflect on the contributes Black Americans that have made our society over the years.
Today, of course, kicking off Black History Month, and we want to turn now to Nightline co-anchor Byron Pitts. We're going to get a little history lesson on this Black History Month, on how this month grew into the celebration that we know today.
February means it's officially Black History Month, a federally recognized celebration that gives every American a chance to reflect on how African American achievements have contributed to U.S. history and how African accomplishments have impacted the world. But what's the history of Black History Month? It all started with this man, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, known as the father of Black history. In the early 20th century, while earning a master's degree from the University of Chicago and a PhD from Harvard, Woodson grew increasingly frustrated with racist representation and the exclusion of African Americans in books and conversations that shaped history. So in 1915, he joined forces to establish the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, which is now known as the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. Led by Woodson in 1916, the organization launched the Journal of Negro History, which published African American history and honored the achievements of people with African descent. In 1926, on the second week of February, Woodson and the ASNLH organization launched Negro History Week to promote the study of Black history in universities, schools, and the Black community. So why February? Their group originally chose the second week of February to include the birthdays of Frederick Douglass, who escaped slavery to become an abolitionist and civil rights leader, and Abraham Lincoln, who signed the Emancipation Proclamation. The growing awareness highlighted achievements in race pride within the Black community and gave all Americans a new understanding of Black culture. And during the Civil Rights Movement, civil rights workers opened freedom schools in the South, which embraced the week to celebrate the message, among other things. As Black Studies programs spread the movement to universities and campuses across the nation, the week transformed into Black History Month. In 1976, President Gerald Ford officially declared February Black History Month, urging Americans to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. And the rest, as they say, is history.
And finally, let's check in with the kid president and his words of wisdom.
There are lots of ideas how you can change the world. Some people think you should just complain about it. That won't change the world, it'll just make it mad. Some people think you have lots of money, making it rain everywhere you go. Holla for $1. Some people think you have to be really loud and yell a lot. It's like with a bullhorn shouting, "Hey you, yeah you, do it my way right now, you heard?" Other people choose to just make fun of everything. That's dumb, everyone's dumb. It's easier to make fun of stuff, but it's cooler to make stuff. Some people think changing the world can only be done by the smartest person in the world. Just put them in a room, let them figure it out. The solution of world hunger? Food. Wow, that was so amazing. Some people see the bad in the world and they just decide to ignore it. But that won't help anything. Some people think you have to be really famous and super cool. In fact, lots of people think you have to be really powerful to make a difference. Like being mayor or senator or president. But the truth is, a title doesn't make you more important. The world is changed by you. It's one person filled with love. And they just have to live it out, so they do something awesome. Then that person is filled with love, and they do something awesome. It just goes on and on and on and on. And the next thing you know, everything's awesome. Some people think it's impossible to change the world.
It's impossible to change the world.
Well, you can see why they could think that. Living in the world with kids who are hungry, people who are homeless, families weren't happy. I'm just trying to figure it out like everybody else, man. But I do know this, though. Next time you feel overwhelmed or totally alone, remember this. Things don't have to be the way they are. The world is changed by ordinary people. Little people living out big love. And that's what gives the world a reason to dance. So, how do we change the world? At the start of this year, I asked all you guys to make the year more awesome. Time to be awesome now! Make this year awesome for somebody else. Whether it's helping the homeless with Stoptober, throwing a parade for somebody, or giving an inspired gift. You can see my holiday gift guide like you can hear. You help prove that the internet can be an awesome place. Thank you.
And that's all for today's announcements for Middle School. Stay engaged, stay focused, and most importantly, stay safe. and maybe spread a little kindness today. Have a fantastic weekend.